What I'm working on here at the Academy is a book that is tentatively entitled Island of Trust in a Sea of Danger. And in it I'm looking at the island of Lampedusa, which really any European knows today because it's much in the headlines as a site for the refugee crisis. It's where, for example, in 2011, 60,000 refugees washed up there. It's a tiny little island, which is an Italian island, which is obviously why refugees go there, but it's closer to Africa than it is to Europe. So it's really a symbol today of the refugee crisis. And what I'm doing is trying to give a historical perspective on the role that small Mediterranean islands are playing today in that crisis. So I'm looking at the deep past of Lampedusa. I'm looking at it in a period between the 13th and the 18th centuries, when it also served as this kind of hinge between Europe and Africa that it's functioning as today, but for a very, very different group of people. If today it's, the promised land, or at least the goal of people from sub-Saharan Africa and North Africa, back in the period that I'm looking at, Muslim and Christian sailors, pirates, and escaped captives of both faiths. This was a period of huge captivity in the Mediterranean, with Muslims taking Christians captive, Christians taking Muslims captive. And if any of them made it to the island, they would find refuge there. So I'm really trying to understand the island in some ways as a character. I've been doing a lot of reading into its geology. I know that it's part of the African continental plate. It's actually not part of Europe. I've been reading about the prehistoric fauna and flora, and really trying to understand the island as much as I can. Since it was deserted, the island really is the presence. It's not islanders, who are usually the subject of island studies. But this is an island study that's really about the island itself.